I've been married for nearly a decade and a half. My wife and I have a pretty stable life together. Our kid is thriving, we've got our finances in check, and overall, things seem pretty perfect from the outside. We've never gone through any nasty fights. There's no drama, no cheating, and no substance abuse to speak of. To top it off, our health is stable, and neither of us has gone through any significant physical changes. We're not just a couple but genuine friends and partners in life. Yet, despite all of this, I'm at a crossroads where I'm contemplating divorce. It sounds ludicrous, right? But hear me out. The issue? She seems indifferent to me, and honestly, it's soul-crushing. We live our lives like two parallel lines. No arguments, I grant you, but also, there's no intimacy. I often feel like I'm constantly reaching out, only to be met with silence. Take just spending time together, for example. Whenever we do share the same space, her attention is glued to her phone more than it's ever on me. Instagram has turned into my invisible, unbeatable rival. Affection, one would think, should come naturally between two people who share a life. But hugging me feels like a chore she's marking off her to-do list. At one point, she actually had it on a daily checklist. She'd give me this pity hug, tick it off, and move on. That was rough, but what came after was even worse. She eventually decided hugging me wasn't even worth the minimal effort. A kiss now is something I do to her rather than with her. She doesn't initiate, barely reciprocates, and frankly, I've stopped initiating much myself. As for intimacy, forget it. The condoms are there, untouched, jokes in their own right as they slowly expire, still boxed up full. I can trace all this back to when we had our child, but honestly, the root of the issue is beyond parenting responsibilities. Once upon a time, I believed that stepping up more around the house and with parenting duties might awaken some of that lost spark. So now, I'm the one cooking, cleaning, and doing most of the parenting. Putting our toddler to bed is routine, leaving me drained by the end of the day. What do I find at the end of each exhausting day? Usually, she's checked out, already in bed, or still glued to her phone. I'm left to tidy up whatever's left, pushing myself into bed, only to start again the next day. Nothing's changed. Last week, I summoned the courage to confront the elephant in the room. I told her how it felt like she no longer had any affection left for me. Her response? She claimed she just needed some time alone to rediscover herself. Thinking I'd help, I suggested she take a day to be on her own while I took care of our child, allowing her the solitude she craved. Maybe after that, we'd enjoy a nice evening together. And it seemed like a good plan. Our toddler and I had a blast, and she spent her day shopping and unwinding. I made sure the little one had an early night, skipping a nap here and there, so we could enjoy a cozy TV night together after her day of self-reflection. But guess what? During our shared time, whenever something funny came up, she'd be lost in her screen, totally oblivious to the moment we were supposed to share. Okay, fine, maybe she just wasn't into the show she chose. It happens. I suggested we move to the bedroom and just relax there, code for, let's be close and see where things go. She agreed, and for a fleeting moment, I felt a spark of hope. Could it be that the efforts were paying off? Yet, every time we touched lips, she started rambling off on unrelated things, bouncing from topic to topic, completely uninterested in the romantic aspect. Imagine trying to share a moment, only to be interrupted with odd comments about a cute shirt she bought or tasks pending for the week. 15 minutes of this, and I got the message loud and clear. Each attempt to readjust to a romantic momentum ended the same way, shut down by her unyielding thoughts of everyday mundanities. Defeated, I decided to tackle some chores. She even chimed in with a list of suggestions on what else needed doing before bed. Once she called it a night, I sat there amidst the tasks, cracked open a beer, and let the tears fall. But by morning, an odd sense of calm washed over me. There's truly no one else I want to be my partner. She's hilarious, a fantastic mother, and genuinely a friend. But what's the point if there's no romance or warmth? It feels like I'm at a point where I have to choose for my own well-being. What it boils down to is that I crave emotional intimacy. I want to be with someone who enjoys kissing me, who genuinely wants to be with me in every sense. It's not just about sex. It's about not feeling taken for granted or, worse, invisible. I can't change her feelings, deep-rooted as they are. But I could change this situation that's turning me into a version of myself I can barely stand. My plan is to propose that we either try couples therapy again or go down the path of separation. It sounds daunting, painfully so, but it feels necessary. Just to clarify. No, she's not cheating. Her knack for being brutally candid ensures she'd have brought it up if there were someone else. That's how she's wired. Strangely enough, it's one of the things that has caused problems before. I know I'm not blameless. I've let too much slide, prioritizing her happiness over my own, not articulating what I'm feeling. I'm in therapy to navigate through this and other personal growth areas. But I realize, therapy or not, I likely can't sway how she feels. Have you ever been in a situation like this? What would you do? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this kind of content and want to hear more real-life stories, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means